Welcome back to another video. We are in the Psychic Cup today, and we're going to be running the Malamar and Slowking and Slowbro. So we're going to basically start off with the Malamar versus this Raichu. We're going to get off this foul play. This foul play does get a shield, which is fantastic. Job well done by the Malamar. Here we do try to call it Thunder Punch, but even though we did KO, it's fine because energy with the Slowking, the Galarian Slowking, is pretty valuable in Psychic Cup. Our opponent, interesting enough, has stayed in, which allows us to get a little bit of extra energy heading into whatever they have in the back. It looks like they have a Victini. This Victini is either going to have to shield or get KO'd by the Slowking here. They do end up shielding, so that's a good thing for us, and we are going to shield it just to preserve it. They do force out the Rapidash, which is good for us because we do have the Galarian Slowbro. This Slowbro is doing super effective fast moves, plus because we were able to get it low enough, we were only having to go for Surf to take it out. So now we are able to get to another Surf with the Slowbro and KO the Victini. So GG's to our opponent right there. Basically kind of an alignment game right there. We basically allowed the Slowking to get some energy, and it kind of went crazy. Next matchup here, absolute worst matchup we could see. So we immediately switch out, and we are met with a shiny Claydol. We are a little bit mesmerized by the shiny Claydol. Looks pretty cool. It looks like it's a lantern. But anyways, back to the game here. We are going to go for the Surf. This Surf does get a shield from our opponent, which is nice, but it allows our opponent to fully farm us down. We don't have a choice here but to come in with the Malamar, because we wouldn't want to take these fast move damage from the Claydol here. These mud slaps would do heavy damage towards our Slowbro, which is poison. So we're just going to come in with the Malamar, tank the first move, and then immediately take it out. And then we switch out into our Slowbro. They counter swap into their Bronzong. So they actually had two Pokemon in the back here that are pretty bad for poison types. So luckily, since we have two shields, we're actually going to have to just go for these Surfs and hope that we can either get rid of this or have it low enough so that we can farm down with our Malamar. And so that's our plan right now. We let it go, and then here the entire plan is to go for the farm down. Unfortunately for us, they are making sure that we don't necessarily get a ton of energy, forcing us to come in with our Malamar and going for the Hyper Beam that one-hit KOs, and we just don't quite have enough energy to get to the next foul play there. So well played by my opponent, just a stranglehold on the entire match right there. At a sliver of health right there. Maybe in some world I undercharged that Hyper Beam and got off like one Fairy Wind. Maybe we would have been able to get to another foul play, but on to the next game. We are facing the Victini. We go for the foul play. We do get a shield, which is fantastic. We're going to let this go. Ends up being the Overheat. Very interesting. So they do go for the debuff, hard-hitting move. And it looks like since they're debuffed, we're going to let this one go. Ends up being another Overheat. Luckily, we were able to survive it, and now we have energy for a Shadow Ball for this Bronzong. The Shadow Ball does not KO, but since we have so much energy left over, we are able to get to another move. And now we just got to hope two shields with the Slowbro is able to carry the entire backline. We know that they potentially have Overheat, and now that we know that they have Recreate, we're gonna have to two shield this, farm down, and just hope the Slowbro can do major work in the back. And lucky for us, we do have the Rapidash, and because we have so much energy stored up, we can just go for two straight Sludge Bombs. No need to bait here. That's probably the losing condition if we decide to go for Surfs here. So we just go for two Sludge Bombs to guarantee the move because they cannot get to Mega Horn before we can get to 2 Sludge Bomb there. So nice little end game right there to finish out that match. And let's see what we get in the next game. Here we have the Victini again. So Victinis have been running a lot of secondary moves. We know usually they carry V-Create, but some people are carrying the Overheat. Some people are carrying Psychic. I've seen Focus Blast. So keep an eye out for all that. So we actually are met with a Malamar as a switch-in. We unfortunately have to come in with our Slowbro here, as the Slowbro would be doing neutral poison jabs. And because of that, we're going to try to just whittle this Malamar down low enough so we can farm it down with something in the back. Maybe they'll actually let us go, so maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, they actually just let it go, so maybe we are okay. Ooh, another Claydol in the back is a big problem for us. Luckily, the Slowbro is already out of the way, so that it doesn't take as much fast move damage as the Slowking wouldn't take as much fast move damage as the Slowbro, although it looks pretty even actually. So they actually switch out there, allowing us to farm it down. Here we go for the Surf. They actually end up tanking it. That was really a gutsy call by my opponent there. If we just gone for Shadow Balls, maybe that would have been the better way to go about it. I mean, hindsight is 20/20, but I wasn't sure at that moment if we were able to get to 2 Shadow Balls. I think we would have been farmed down with their fast moves. So nice play by my opponent on recognizing that win condition. Just a really bad backline for us, to be honest. Here we go. We have the Raichu. This Raichu is going to shield, so we're going to allow this one to come through, even if it's Wild Charge, it's fine, because we're going to come in with the Slowking. They counter swap into the Rapidash, which forces us to go into our Slowbro. This is a really good matchup for us here. We just got to watch out for a potential, there you go, high horsepower, which we correctly shield, and now it's just a farm down. This is going to be a body slam because they don't have enough time to get to the high horsepower. So energy on Slowbro with the shield looking very good right now. Okay, so we get met with the Malamar. This Malamar is going to have to make a decision here. Are we going to be throwing the Sludge Bomb here, or will it be a Surf? They have to make a decision. They called the Surf bait, and it leaves them with a sliver of health, which is not terrible for us because we're actually going to potentially farm it down. Okay, they actually switch out, which is great for them. And then now they have to make another decision. Will this be the Shadow Ball, or will it be the Surf? They incorrectly shielded that one. That was a bait. And now we call their bait. It could have been the Wild Charge, and that would have been game over for us. But luckily, they go for the Thunder Punch. You see that one fast move go through, so we just have to shield. It will get KO'd, and we're just going to be able to farm down that Malamar. So GG's to our opponent right there. Just total mind games at the end right there. Let us know about this team, and hope you enjoyed the video.